So the story goes on. Of course, you all know that I went on this road trip and I vowed I would not bring home another guitar. I'll just take my McKinsey and Mar, and that was it. Just to take one small guitar and use that on the road and come home with just one small guitar. Well, after going to Kreutz and having them gift me with that beautiful guitar, the Sundance, and if you want to know anything about that guitar, you can look at the video that I did yesterday. But before I left, they were saying, have you been to Backwoods? And I'm sitting there thinking, Backwoods, where's that? And of course they said, you have to go to Backwoods, you have to. I said, well, okay, well, tell us where it's at. Well, they said it's about an hour from here. So we changed all of our plans and we drove an hour, actually it was like an hour and a half, to a place called Sedalia in Missouri. And we went to a store there called Backwood Guitars. It was in a super, super old building. And I've got a couple of video clips of it. I'll add it right here so you can see the outside of the building. So we are at the Backwoods guitar store in Missouri. This is a very famous store. A lot of artists come here. And I understand they have some very unique instruments in this place. And here it is here. This building is from the 1800s. It's extremely old. What year was this building?
1850.
1850. Wow. And I actually did a video of visiting that store, so you can go back and look at that as well. But while I was there, I picked up a guitar that was an old Yamaha, and it was an FG-170, and those were made in the 70s, and they're made in Japan, and everybody was wondering if I picked it up. Well, here I am at home, and here it is, sitting on my couch. So I had to get I couldn't leave it for $250. I mean, this little guitar sounds amazing. From the minute I picked it up, it was like picking up an old Martin. It plays so well. There's not a buzz on it. I mean, it's just a beautiful, beautiful guitar. Of course, you look at it and you can see it's weather worn. I like that. I think it gives it character. You know, you look at the back and you can see all the belt buckle scratches and what have you. I mean, this guitar's been around for a while. Well, how many years would that be now? If it was just 1972, which I think it is, you know, we're looking at 44 years? I mean, that's a long time. So I bought it. And for $250, I was not going to leave this there because it sounded so great. In fact, I took a look inside and I could see that this had a solid top. This is not a laminated top. This is an old piece of spruce. And when you look at the grain on it, it was just super, super straight, just beautiful looking. It almost looks like cedar, but I know it's spruce. But it's just absolutely beautiful. And so I couldn't leave it behind. I'm not sure if well, it probably is, if that's the original pickguard on here. I'm not really sure. It sure looks like it. It's sure fitted perfectly. Everything looks to be in good shape. I think right now it has a plastic saddle on it here. It's one of those non-compensated, real thin saddles, and it has plastic pins on it. All that can be changed out. In fact, still, this one has the old strings on it that when I bought it, it has the same strings that you're listening to. And even with old strings, I mean, you can hear it just. I mean, this is a great little guitar. I just love it. Also, it looks like we have the original tuners on here. Let me see if I can bring this in. Pretty cool. They work really well. Now, I did a little measurement on it because I was just curious about it. And this is a 15-inch bout here. And this is just a little over, it's like 4 1/8 on the depth of it. Do you know that is exactly the triple O of a Martin right there? That's exactly the measurements. Really, really close anyways. And then I checked the scale on it. When you check the scale, you can measure from just the front of the nut down to the middle of the 12th fret, and then double that, and it came out to 24.5. And so I checked the Martin, the triple O Martins, and sure enough, their scale on the triple O is 24.4, so it's really close. So it's the same 15-inch, 4-inch, pretty close to the same scale. So I think when they made these, they were trying to get close to a triple O Martin. The FG stands for folk guitar, so that's kind of interesting too. This particular guitar, the FG-70, they started making them in '72, and I guess they discontinued them somewhere around 1974. They were already producing the red labels. They were the 180s and the 160s. But they wanted to make one that was a little more cost-friendly for people, so they came up with a 170 and laminated back and sides. So it was kind of an interesting thing. I was looking at the label, and I couldn't figure out the color of it. I kept thinking it's like a funny green. Can you see that? Then it looked brown. But when I started looking up labels, I think that was a white label with black printing, because it matches right up with some of the labels I saw in the history, and I just think it's aged and dirty, and it doesn't look white anymore. So it all fits. This one also has the address for Yamaha, the address that started in the late 1800s. This is that same address, which are still there. It's 10-1, and I can't say the words, but I'll put the label up there. You can read it for yourself. In Japan. So it's kind of interesting, I think. It does have a dovetail joint, from what I understand when I looked it up. They stated it was a dovetail joint. It has a nut that's just a little bit narrow. It's a 1.69, and the neck feels kind of beefy to me. It's not super shallow, but it's not super baseball-like. It's a little bit shallower than that, but you can see, oops, that wasn't good sound. We're going to add to its dings here if we aren't careful. Okay, so there we go. So I noticed here also somebody put a strap button right here. This is not a good place to put a strap button. If you're going to put a strap button on, it should go into somewhere around the beefy part here after you understand what kind of neck you have, okay? Because you never know what's in here. This is a dovetail, so it probably would have been better to stick it here and not here. In fact, I tried to it's real loose, so I tried to move that screw, and it's just spinning. So I have to take it out, fill that, and replace it someplace else. Well, actually, I'll put it right here is what I'm going to end up doing. So, but, you know, if you want to put one on, get somebody that knows what they're doing to put that on, so that you end up, messing up your neck. So it has a rosewood fingerboard. You can see those little dots in there. And yeah, so this is a really neat little guitar. And I think you could pretty safely say it's like a triple O. Hold on one second, we gotta get something to drink here. So whoever set this up before they put it out at Backwood Guitars, they did such a great job at it. It's set up beautifully. In fact, I measured it out, and you know, we're looking at 0.9 to 0.8, 0.09 to 0.8 inches. I like to see it set up like that. There's no buzzing, but yet it's easy enough that it's comfortable. So yeah, so it just sounds great. Now I'm just playing into a microphone so I can just bring it out into the room a little more, and I'm recording this on an iPhone. So, but if I was in a studio, you would hear a lot more of the beauty of this guitar. Honestly, I don't think this iPhone does it justice. It's just amazing the way it sounds. Yeah, so that was what happened. I bought it. I couldn't leave it behind. And the store was so gracious. In fact, they threw in $250 for this, and they threw in a gig bag. You can see their logo on there, Backwood guitars, and it's just a great place. They have online presence, so if you want to get on their website and check them out, I think they're an excellent place. I enjoyed visiting that store. The people, the stories, the history, it's all there in Sedalia, Missouri. It was a lot of fun. So I'd go back there in a heartbeat. It's just, oh, if I lived in that area, I would live in that store. It's just a great store. Anyways, well, so I thought I'd show you this beautiful guitar, this FG-170. And just in case you want to hear what it sounds like strummed. Can't beat that. All right, well, I'm going to leave it right there. And don't forget to subscribe. I looked at my stats, and it looks like 40% of you watch, but you're not subscribed, and it really does help the channel, any channel, that if you're watching a lot, subscribe, because it helps a lot. It keeps it going, makes it worthwhile for me doing these videos and sharing with you what I love to talk about, guitars. All right. So Zoom calls coming up for my members, and I've already started sending out the invitations. And if you're interested and you're a member, send me an email. Let me know you want to be on that call, and I'll send you the link, okay? All right. And down the road, I'm going to be putting together a live. We're going to be going live in my Hall of Strings and share with you some of the changes in my collection. And we'll take a walk down the Hall of Strings again. It's been a while, and it has changed. All right. Well, I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are in this world.